Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tori and I love creating videos about living a healthy and productive lifestyle. So a lot of you have been asking me questions about what I eat in a day, what kind of meals we prepare, so I thought that I'd share that with you guys today and just film a little what I eat in a day, as well as just like little pieces of my daily routine. So I always start off the day by drinking a huge thing of water. Sometimes I put ice in it, sometimes I put a drop or two of essential oils in it, but what's important is that I always try to drink this whole thing like right away after waking up. And then in the mornings I also take a probiotic. I like to take this on an empty stomach. I just find that it works so much better. It's really helped my skin and my gut health a lot. So I take that first thing and then I take the rest of my vitamins later on. Also, full disclaimer, I don't usually put makeup on until a little bit later in the day. I'll usually get ready after I take my dog for a walk, otherwise the cold just like melts my makeup off. But I put makeup on to film this, just gonna be totally honest.
So I've been making a turmeric latte every morning lately, but I'll put the recipe that I use for my turmeric latte in the description below. It's also sometimes referred to as golden milk. This was actually suggested to me by my naturopath specifically for my gut and skin health, and I do think that it's made a bit of a difference. So I always feed my dog first thing in the morning, even though he usually doesn't eat the food for several hours. And I do put the turmeric latte in my blender for a few seconds, and I just find that that helps blend all the spices together and make it a little bit foamy, but that step is totally optional. So then while I'm finishing up my water and drinking my turmeric latte, I usually take a little bit of time to plan out my day, go through my planner and just schedule things out, look at whatever I have to do for the day. I try to stay off of social media at this time, but I'm not perfect at that.
Okay, so I just got back from walking my dog, so I'm gonna make myself some breakfast now. And I did change because it's freezing outside, and then when I got back inside, I was sweating. I'm just gonna make myself some eggs for breakfast. I don't really have a lot of other options in the house right now. And then while I'm waiting for that to cook, I'm gonna clean up my kitchen a bit. I like to try to clean my kitchen in the evenings because I love waking up to a clean kitchen. But last night I wasn't feeling good, so I left my kitchen messy. Okay, so I just finished my breakfast and I'm just gonna sit down now and work for a few hours. I'm not a huge snacker throughout the day, so we'll just kind of see like what I end up eating and see how hungry I am, but I will check in with you guys in a few hours. Okay, so I like to stay super hydrated throughout the day, so sometimes I get sick of drinking water, especially in the winter because I'm cold all the time. So I always like to make myself a big thing of tea. So I basically just make myself an entire pot of tea and I just keep that right next to me while I'm working and I just drink all of it basically. And I do love putting honey in my tea, but my like rule for myself is that I can have a tiny little bit of honey in my first cup of tea, and then anything after that I just drink black, because even though it's natural sugar, it's still sugar and I really try to limit how much sugar I'm eating. Okay, so it's about 3 o'clock now, so I just made myself a little snack slash lunch. So I just have these like little pretzels. We get this big bag from Costco. I love these. They're non-GMO and have pretty good ingredients. And they're just good when you want something kind of snacky. I love eating them with cheese. And then I just did a spoonful of this Costco Kirkland brand peanut butter. I love this. I've struggled to find a natural peanut butter brand that I like, and this one is definitely a winner. And then I just cut up an apple and I'm just gonna eat that. And then I also still have my tea. I think this is the end of the pot of tea that I have right here. And then I always have a glass of water sitting next to me. I just filled this up so it's like kind of murky because that's how our tap water comes out, but eventually it's clear and doesn't look gross. Okay, so I'm going to try making this lentil and chickpea curry. And this is from the How She Glows Everyday Cookbook, and I really like this cookbook. It's all plant-based recipes, and we are not vegan, but I really like this recipe, and I like doing some non-meat meals once in a while.
Okay, so here we're eating dinner. Quentin just happens to be reading the newspaper that we just got in the mail, and I'm trying to get my dog to lay on his bed, which is where he's supposed to be while we're eating meals, and you'll just see me throwing him little pieces of treats, and that's kind of the stage we're at right now with the dog. He has to lay down on his bed, but it's a bit of a struggle, but that's okay.
Okay, so that dinner was delicious. I honestly wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. It was like a solid 8, and it was really spicy, and we love spicy, or at least I do. I will tag that cookbook below, and if I can find the recipe somewhere, I will link it below in the description box. So we're hosting our Bible study here tonight, so I'm gonna make some like healthy-ish, no-bake peanut butter cookies now.
And as you can see, I literally don't measure anything, but I did follow a recipe a little bit. I just didn't really follow the actual measurements, but I'll have that recipe in the description box below. The thing that I really changed is that I added some extra chia seeds and hemp hearts to the recipe. And then I just rolled that into little balls. I just use a Ziploc bag, kind of like parchment paper, and I always just reuse the same one, and that works.
Okay, and then I have this homemade kombucha, so I'm gonna have a glass of that. I recently started making kombucha and I'm loving it. It's so easy, and it's so delicious. And then we always give Everest his dinner when we're eating dinner, and he pretty much doesn't touch it until I pour it on the floor. So, can you eat your food? Look, yum, yum. You're such a turd. Okay, so that's basically it for my what I eat in a day. We have friends coming over in about 25 minutes, so I'm gonna end this right now. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Today was a pretty typical day, but if you like this, give it a thumbs up, and I will definitely make more in the future. And if you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.